Now let's talk about authentication. Whenever there is a user, they will try to access an application. Okay, the Salesforce. Okay, as a user, I'm trying to authenticate. Okay, now when I'm authenticating, application has stopped providing authentication screen, right? So where they will do, they will send me to a different system. Okay, that system is called identity provider. Okay, and then users, instead of, if even if they are going to the application, IDP is the one who's giving them the login screen now, and they put the login username and password, and then sends the detail back to the service provider, and finally then they are authenticated. Okay, now for IDP to authenticate, because IDP, so if I go back here, based on our logic, HR has synced the data. Okay, HR has synced the data to IGA. Okay, but now the question is, how is IDP authenticating? Because if this user who was created in HR, let's say an employee who was created in HR, would have synced back to IGA, right? You're getting my point?
Yes.
I created a user here.
Yeah,
Let's
in
sync that
HR
data to
Workday, for
IGA.
example. Yeah,
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 Workday
it is
is
passing.
syncing to
Yes.
SailPoint. Okay. But here,
Mm.
same user is logging in, but IDP is authenticating. For the basic funda of authentication is user should be stored. So how is IDP knowing that the user has been stored? Because there is no relationship between IGP and the IDP and IGA, right? What could be the missing piece here? My question is clear to both of you, right?
Yes.
I created a
Totally.
user just now, moved them from HR to IGA. But when they go to the page, authentication system is different because IGA will never authenticate. HR will never
Mm.
help in
Right.
authentication.
Yeah, then we need to link from IGA to IDP.
Do you
Or a
link IGA to
connector,
IDP or
connector or something.
okay? So
Mm.
see, in this case, IGA will sync the data. IGA will not directly talk to IDP system. They will sync the data to AD. Okay. Now I
Mm.
think Subbu, you would have learned when you are learning ping, right? Whenever you're
Mm.
integrating ping, what is the identity repository on the backend? The data store. What is the data store?
No, data stores usually will have either Active Directory, else Ping
AD.
Directory in Ping.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this same AD, now this user is synced here, and IDP is connected with AD. That's how the same user now, when they try to log in, IDP is able to authenticate because they are using AD as the reference, because this user exists here also now.
Mm. Okay.
Clear?
Okay. Yeah, so we are not connecting directly IGA to IDP, but from AD it is connecting.
Yes. Sometimes they will sync that data, but not to IDP directly. They will do, let's say this could be ping directory. Okay. So IG
Mm.
will sync the
Mm.
data to ping directory. If it is active directory, because ping user may authenticate from different directory, right? There could be some
Mm.
external directory also. So IG will sync here also.
Mm.
Because authentication may need two systems. Okay.
Mm.
So let's say there could be a contractor. Okay. Let's take an example. And this contractor is synced here. This is HR and this is field class. Okay. This contractor was created here, passed here, and synced here. This normal employee was synced here, passed here. And when they authenticate, contractor gets authenticated through this external directory. Okay. All right. And then this guy gets authenticated through this other directory when both of them goes to the application. Okay, this is one scenario. Sometime from here, both the users are actually passed to AD also. Okay, and then they use a single system. Both are in AD. But IDB needs something on the backend to authenticate or validate. Okay, and that is one of the main reason we integrate or sync data from IGA to AD or any external directory. That solves our authentication flow. Okay.
Okay.
Now take a, like, if you want, please take a screenshot, or let me take a screenshot of this and send it to you. All right. Okay. Please download this and let me know once you have them. This is our authentication flow. Okay. Now within the authorization model, who's managing the authorization here? Who should manage the authorization out of HR, field class, IGA, AD, and external directory? Let's say I've assigned group 1 to a user. Where should I assign this group?
The IDP will do that. I mean,
No, now the question is, now as a user, the user wants to request access to an application. Okay. So for that, they should go through an access request process. Okay. When they go through the access request, they will see multiple options in the screen. All right. So different applications will be there. 1, 2. Okay. From here, they pick this application, and then there are groups, different group 1, group 2, which gives them various level of access. Okay. They decide to go with group 1. It goes through an approval process, and once review is done, it is approved. Who's managing this piece? Okay, so you can do this through intra, but most of the time, IJ system plays a major role here.
yeah.
Okay, so this is managed through IJ. So now IJ is the one who's actually going to decide this group. Okay, then this group is again synced to AD. Okay, now what actually happens is, now IJ has created the group synced to AD. Now when this user is requesting the access, application will ask, right, like, what level of access do you need? Okay,
Correct.
this is again synced back from AD and sent as a data here, along with other different attributes. When we talk about SAML, we will discuss that in detail. Okay, but this group information is created, synced, and then passed in the form of assertion through the IDP to Salesforce, and then Salesforce will know whether you need admin access or user access or auditor access or different roles and responsibility that you would need. Okay, and this could be role-based access control or attribute-based access control. Role-based is for every role you are creating a certain certain group name, which is the common ways in which organizations work. Okay, attribute-based is where for us you kind of combine different attributes. Okay, let's say you said India and you said leaders.
Yeah, it's like much more fine grain.
Fine grain, and that avoids you to create multiple groups. Okay, and then it says IT. So any leader who's in India within the IT gets certain set of application. For example, let's say these are the different applications that I am planning to give it to them. Okay, I'll define this attribute and I'll give them access. Okay. Now instead of this, if I go with role-based access control, this is attribute-based access control. If I go with role-based access control, IT under IT there will be almost 20 groups. I'll create 20 groups, subgroups. Within leader also, there'll be different types of leader, maybe 5. India also there'll be different states, right? So maybe approx 5. So I'm avoiding creating 30 groups. Instead, I'll create one single group and give them access to all of this application. This is where I've picked different set of attributes. Tomorrow, if you want to add something, let's say within IT also, if I just need to know about cyber security team, just add this one category and then give the same level of access. Okay, so this is the main difference between attribute based and role based access control. All right, so authorization model is completed.